Good morning, junk removal journeymen and women. I'm coming to you from my new property. I've been storing scrap metal right here next to my old trailer. And this morning we have a special treat. So I don't know if you'll be able to see from here. Probably can't see too well because of the tarp. But I think that I have my heaviest load of scrap metal that I've ever had. What does it consist of, you may ask? Well, let me show you, if I kind of can. So we have this big old scissor lift, and I know somebody's probably going to be like, oh my gosh, you could totally sell that. Well, not in my market. It's rusted out, doesn't really work very well. Would take a lot of TLC. We've got grills, we've got refrigerators. We have a huge cast iron base of a piano that you're not going to be able to see because it's kind of buried. But this load has got to be like 3,000 pounds of just pure scrap metal, I think. I'm pretty sure that the rate right now for scrap is not fantastic. I think it's like $7 or $7.50 per 100 pounds. Which I think a few months ago it was like almost $10. So that would have been a lot better. But this is all stuff that I am able to do because of my new property. Hold on one second. Let me put you guys in my little phone holder. So basically, yeah. One of the big benefits of this property is that scrap metal that I find at my jobs, I've just been storing it aside and waiting until I had enough to fill up the trailer. Plus I had some stuff in my house, like the piano that was left by the seller. And we decided we wanted a different piano because it was kind of painted a color we didn't really like. Keys were kind of messed up, so we just decided, you know what, we're going to scrap it because they're huge cast iron bases in those pianos. I mean, it's gotta weigh at least like 300 pounds. So we are off to the scrapyard. We actually have a pretty good day other than that as well. We are going to be doing a job for a repeat customer. Probably our most consistent customer has probably hired us 25 or 30 times at this point because she does not have a trash service and she is definitely wealthier. And so most times I just will take cardboard and just kind of her usual trash. And then she loves to talk for a while too. Likes to stay updated on my son's health and all that kind of stuff. And then after that, we're going to do a job for a contractor. It's a contractor that knows a contractor that I work with really often. So I'm going to give him a bit of a discount because I'm hoping that it can be repeat work. And I think he's got a deck that he's demoing. And so I'm taking one pile that's by the side of the road right now. And then he's going to have another pile out soon. So real excited about that. Hopefully some repeat business. If you are interested in following along on my junk removal journey, then just leave a like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss a video. Let's get on to the scrapyard. All right, y'all, we are at the scrapyard. We are weighing in at 14,480 pounds. So I want to say it's probably somewhere between 2,000 and 2,500. So let's see how much we get paid for today. All right, we are going to go ahead and untarp here. So we can be as fast as we can possibly be as soon as we're able to back in. let's go ahead and get it. Just makes me nervous coming to the scrapyard that I'm gonna get a flat tire, but usually doesn't happen, surprisingly. There are landfills that I get more flat tires in than this place, actually. What up, my man? Good, man. You?
Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. All right, $155.43. Definitely not my biggest payday, but it'll definitely suffice. 70 cents per pound? Okay. I don't? Okay.
Only, it has to like a big box or something, anything on the end that's huge.
Okay, okay.
But just to go to the wall.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious. I've never done this part before. I always do the tin shred, but I've got like a big trash can full of extension cords that I've cut the plugs off, and then some stuff that I've stripped. I don't really know. What is the difference between y'all's number 1 and number 2 wire prices? Like what does it have to be number 1?
Gotta be stripped.
Got to be stripped. Okay, and then number 2 is what?
Are you talking about wire?
Yeah, wire.
So no, the wire doesn't have to be stripped. No, he said what is the difference between...
Or like number 1 and number 2 copper is what I mean. Sorry. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It has to be stripped. Yeah.
Okay, so like what is number 1 copper as opposed to number 2 copper?
Number 1 copper has no welding,
No
soldering,
Okay.
no points of where the piping might be changed,
Okay.
or any type of manufacturing process that goes into the copper.
Okay.
Will downgrade it to number 2.
Okay, so if it's
straight piping, bare wire, that's not like super thin, multiple layers made into a longer string.
okay,
Larger piping, anything like that, that's clean. That's going to be considered. Number 2 is going to be can be anything. Like soldering, multiple different types of manufacturing processes, like different colors that will put onto the copper, coatings like that. That all downgrades the process.
okay.
Yeah.
So if I have like stranded wire, but it's still stripped and everything, is that still number 1, or does it have to be the kind that like you bend and it stays? Okay, gotcha. Oh, I was just asking, like, so I have like this big thick like rope of wire, basically. It's stranded of copper. Yeah, just copper. What is there a difference between like the kind like you can bend some and it'll stay, and then
number 1.
That's number 1.
Flexible 1 is number 2.
Flexible. Okay, that's what. Yeah, that was what my main question was.
Flexible 1 is number 2.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And so 70 cents the wire that you got.
70 cents. Okay.
70 cents a pound.
Okay. And I don't have to cut the plugs off.
Plug into the wall.
Okay. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, we don't worry about that.
Okay. I'm just trying to make it as easy for y'all as I can,
That's
and
all wire right here.
yeah.
This requires number 1.
Okay, so that's number 1 wire. Gotcha.
Like you said, one of the stays.
Okay. Gotcha. So for that's 70 cents.
That's number 1.
That's number 1.
What you have is number 2.
What I have is number 2. Gotcha. So if it basically has 2 coatings.
That's number 1.
Okay.
You can bend your wire and it stays like that. That's $1.85 a pound.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's what that's going to be.
Okay.
Yeah, if you bend that wire and it stays like that, that's $1.85 a pound. You have any of that in your wire separated.
Gotcha, and I do.
Like this is Romex.
Okay.
It's the same thing, $1.85 a pound.
So this would be $1.85.
But now this right here, if you strip that, that's copper numbered.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I was just trying to figure that out because I'll watch on YouTube, but I don't know how like each scrapyard does it and everything. So. Okay. Well, I appreciate it, y'all. You've been real helpful. Y'all have a good one. Trying to learn about the scrapping world, and you're kind of following my process towards learning about it. Those guys were real helpful and took the time and were patient with me, and I really appreciate that. So now I know, and I have it on camera too, so if I forget about it, which I'm prone to, let me make sure I properly close my trailer. So if I forget about it, I'll be able to look back and say, okay, here's what my scrapyard says, because I like these guys a lot. They rarely get nails in my tires. They seem to pay about as well as anybody, and they seem like they're pretty darn honest. There are a lot of scrapyards, from what I have seen, that will kind of gyp you. So I will keep coming back to these guys, and now I'm going to know how to sort my wire a little bit better. I just had a super cool interaction at the gas station here. A customer, or not a customer, but he wanted to get my business card because he's a former contractor, wanted to work with me potentially in the future. But he gave me this super cool cross necklace that I'm probably going to start wearing, but I really love it. It's like two carpentry nails together, you know, as a cross, obviously. But I've been looking for a necklace to wear, and this is actually super cool, super unique. The guy wanted to know, you know, how long I've been saved, and you know, what my business name meant. It was so funny too. He was missing like his finger from like his ring on down, like this segment of his finger. And at one point he like told me, he was like, yeah, so when I got saved, like they made me cut off this part of my finger, and like, you know, when it's gonna mark 50 years since I've been saved, so like we're gonna go, you know, take the other one off. I'm really not looking forward to it. And he like said it with such an incredibly straight face, and I was like, what kind of weird cult is this guy a part of? But then he told me he was messing with me. I don't know, just the way he said it, like normally I would have totally thought that someone was full of crap, but like he was a good actor. Like it really convinced me that like that was what he thought he needed to do. But very nice guy. His name is Charles. And I'm looking forward to doing work for him, and I'm super happy that he gave me that cross necklace, because I've been wanting a necklace to wear, and I want it to mean something significant, and I can't think of anything more significant. Some really interesting stuff here today. Some baskets I know Sadie will like. Fans, we need some fans, and then this looks like a piece that goes to like a pole saw or something. Interesting. It's not like a mini chainsaw. Huh. Cool. We'll get it done. All right, guys, we are at the job. Alrighty. So you said there was going to be probably another load too?
Yeah, there'll be one more.
Okay. Gotcha.
And I can get that one. My guys are running behind.
Uh-huh.
But I'll try to have it ready, I'd imagine, for tomorrow.
Okay.
But I figured this was going to be a full load almost in itself. So.
Yeah, it looks about like it. I may not be able to pick up in the afternoon tomorrow. It'd probably have to be in the morning. That's tomorrow.
Yeah, or it can be on Friday if that
on
works.
Friday also.
Yeah, there's
okay.
no urgent rush. It's just,
okay.
You know how it is. Try not to leave it out for the neighbors for too long.
Sure.
There's always a Karen that's...
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. I've lived in neighborhoods that were like that. That's why I live out in the country now.
Yeah. I still live close to the beach, like intercoastal, and it's like that's the only bad thing is the HOAs and the crazy, like, We have like all these new neighbors now, and they're like, you know, neighbor Nazis. It's crazy. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, like I've got a golden retriever, and every once in a while she'll escape, and I've got 3 kids, you know, and they're all young, so like, you know, or one's 18, but like they're young. The other youngest is 9. So
Sure, yeah.
the dog gets out, you know, she's not gonna hurt anything. And the one neighbor's like, and she's a field golden, so she's small. And this lady like calls my wife. Thank God it was her, because she's a lot more diplomatic than I am. she's like, your dog got out and and she looks malnourished. And I was like, my wife's like, yeah, she's a field golden, and my husband runs her. She's skinny, like she's in shape, like she's not a fat ass. And anyway, but she's like, you know, if she gets out again, I'm calling the Humane Society or Animal Control. And I'm like, lady, come on. Like, it's the first time it's happened with this lady.
Yeah.
And she called anyway, so like, but you know, long story short, the lady's like reading my wife the riot act about our dog, and then she's like, I'll pray for you. And my wife lost it, because we're Christians, and like, she can't stand that line when it's like, I'll pray
when
for
it's
you.
passive aggressive like that.
And she like later the riot act.
I bet.
This is not what Jesus said when he said, I'll pray for you.
Well, I have a golden doodle as well. It's a smaller house, but all the neighbors are so chill. They're like, if your dog jumps our fence and gets into our yard, he comes through our doggy door. Well, that's the worst thing that could happen. You know, even if he like got into like one of our chickens, they're like, we'll be totally chill about it. I'm like, that's so cool.
And she's like, my husband will come down here.
Oh yeah, that's somebody that runs over their husband, runs over everybody.
I was like, no ma'am. And I was like, you need to keep your husband down there. You're not going to talk to my guys that way.
Some people, and my dad is definitely a little rough around the edges, but I agree with him on this. Some people need to be punched in the face. They really do. It's illegal. It's illegal, obviously, but some people needed that. I'm 26.
Okay, yeah. I'm 47. And it's so funny, like that gap where, because when we were kids, we just got punched in the face. Like,
and it shows, because people didn't act like that, but now they do much more. All right, let me get a full scope of what this looks like. Okay. May be able to get all this. We'll see. Probably go ahead and bust up this cabinet. That'll make some room. Thing out of here. That's cool. These clock things here could be, at the very least, good scrap. These are all things I got from my previous job. Let's see how much room we can make here. This may use as a temporary nightstand, actually. Put it down in here, and we can fit this down in here, like so. Fans are probably good to keep. Whoop. Saw. It's interesting. This might be brass. I'm gonna try and hold on to this. These lampshades are kind of cool. Basket, definitely cool. nicely. Everything in that box in that back right corner is pretty neat. Fabrics. This is kind of neat, maybe. Maybe keep these just in case. Probably don't need any of these, but this stuff, we will keep. And terracotta, definitely something my wife would like. Like something's like bit or stung my neck. What the heck? I don't know what that was. Why? It's like I have like glass or something in my neck. Feels weird. Boy. Trying to counterbalance everything. And the rest of that, and the tarp should be light enough to lift that up and in, and then I'll leave David's tarp for his next load. Grab all of our corners. Like so. I'm gonna put it up in the middle. Like that. And then climb up here. Yeah, definitely I have fiberglass. My neck, that's what it is. Gotta stop scratching my neck with my gloves on. assuming you want to keep the tarp, right?
Yeah. We'll throw it back out there.
You are welcome. All right. I think I got everything out of there. Yeah. All right. Well, that's a full load.
Yeah, that's a lot. Let me grab you a credit card.
Okay. Yeah, and 400 is good because I already had a little bit of stuff in there.
Okay.
The box is kind of compacted down, but there's still a little bit of stuff. Well, as you can see, I am very sweaty. It's very hot outside. We got the job done, made $400. Brings our total for the day, 155 plus 225 is 160, 380 plus 400. So $780 gross, like $80 worth of gas. Less actually than that I drove today, but I refilled after yesterday. So I'm betting that our net number for the day is probably going to be somewhere around 710, 720-ish. So on a day where I'm solo and not working that many hours, pretty darn good. Plus I got a bunch of lumber for my wife's planters that I'm going to build for her in the garden like I did at our last property. So I'm very excited about today. Have some goodies to bring home to her, so hopefully that'll make her excited too. It's been a good day. God is good. Met a nice guy, contractor, fellow brother in Christ, and looking forward to doing business with him in the future. If you guys are interested in following along on my junk removal journey, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks, guys.